Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are now tuned into In the Middle with Malcolm, the official podcast of the Treasure Coast. I wish. I'm just capping, guys. Don't pay no mind to me. Um, but yeah, it would be nice if somebody wants to make this official, like the official podcast of the Treasure Coast. That would be nice. Let me see if I can cue my intro music. Oh, intro music. Horrible. Shut it down. I apologize, guys. I just want to head up the monitor to my computer. I'm pretty sure I'm bringing my bandwidth almost all the way down at this point. Come to think about it, I already got like 6 tabs open, and including what I already have like put to the side. For those of you who don't know, I'm doing some CNC machining and programming, so I kind of have like 360 off. It's not visible, but 360 off to the side somewhere on my desktop. So I'm already imagine that's taking up some space and some computing power itself. But enough of the slow starts. Let's get into it. First off, I want to say rest in peace to the homie Angus Cloud, known for his role as Fesco on Euphoria. He recently passed away at 25. I wasn't really a fan of the show Euphoria. I've heard about it a few times, but I never really like watched the show. I think it was Zendaya or Zendaya, however you say her name. I know she's making like a lot of money per episode, but that's pretty much as I know about the show. I know she's getting paid a lot of money for it. But I want to say rest in peace to this brother over here has just lost his life. I don't know the details of his passing. I'm pretty sure we're going to find out more of that later. But rest in peace to Fez. That's actually something that's trending on Twitter right now. I hope, brother, you know, he's okay in terms of like, how do I say this? A lot of actors die and they don't leave their families in the most, I would say, advantageous place to be, depending on, if he's married, has any kids or stuff like that. I'm just hoping, they had a will or something in place together to kind of clear out some of that Hollywood drama that usually follows someone's death. I don't remember, but when Michael Jackson died, like that was a huge, like everyone on TV was talking about it. They took his doctor to trial. It was a lot. They did a lot. Let me see what. Shout out to the viewers. Shout out to everyone watching today. I know I started this stream late. I've been caught up trying to, do my homework. If anyone tells you CNC program machining is easy, process. For me, it has been a drag. Like like we're going through like online video lessons in class, and I literally have to watch 10 to 15 seconds of it, pause, go screen double check to see if they're changing any of the dimensions, top or bottom angles of on, like you're going to start off or machining first. It's a lot of little technical stuff, but it's cool. I'll share some more footage to my story later, tomorrow or probably tonight, depending what time I go to bed. Let's see. Excited to make going out everywhere. Which I know sometimes Twitch that's actually if anyone's wondering, I use StreamYard. If this will probably looking at my screen, but StreamYard is the platform, however you want to call it, that I'm using. Let me go ahead and drop the join link. Damn, this computer is starting to get on my nerves. I hate when they do this. When I'm watching this, yeah, my screen is totally starting to lag again. Their computers just work. They don't lag or have any like slowdowns. I'm honestly jealous. Yeah, I'm honestly jealous. Yeah, we should be good to go now. And, yeah. Man, this computer's starting to get on my nerves. If I have anybody out there, maybe if you're like that one millionaire that lives in California somewhere, hook a brother up. Just send me a computer. No, y'all got a bunch of them out there. So especially in Cali, all them software. Well, I don't know what's going on with the software companies. I think they done left California. I wouldn't blame them. It's getting too expensive out there. Oh man, I got too many windows open. Let me close some of these tabs. Yeah, I know what you guys are saying. I'm like, damn, bro, did you really go live with a shit ton of tabs open? But by the way, if anyone's watching this through Twitch, you may have noticed I upgraded my Twitch parameters. So now, people get joining in on the stream via Twitch. They at least get the warning, hey, there might be some vulgar or drug use. I'm still trying to see how I get that to transfer over to Facebook and the other platforms that I should do. But a little bit. Oh shit! I gotta fucking. Messaging. So not fun. person say? Appreciate love. Oh, here's Shadow. Hold on, y'all. Let me let him in. Hosts. Oh. Big kitty. Big kitty. Who's a big kitty? You are. Yeah, whenever I start to do the podcast, at some point he's going to come in. I wish he would just stay in here or like be here at the start, but he can't. He always has to like get up and go somewhere or like run off somewhere and be alone. You know how cats are. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I am kind of like depressed. I don't like seeing people, 25 stuff die. Cause I'm 28. I think to myself all the time, like, yeah, that's 25. I'm 28. I'm lucky. You know, especially like he's an actor. Euphoria, like I was saying earlier, with this show, Euphoria, Zendaya, Daya, however her name, she's making a show. Like, literally becoming famous and wealthy celebrities. I like more about the details or anything, feel free to comment down in the comment section of the video, wherever you're watching the video from. Trying to stream as multiple platforms as I can. But StreamYard, right now I'm streaming about 3 different platforms, but it's going to be probably another, yeah, I'd say like next month. I still need to get a few more things squared off this month. Well, shit, it's the 31st, so I might as well say not next month. Well, let's see, get into August. So, yeah, by September, I should have the whole streaming situation figured out to where I can get more than like 3 different vendors at one time. I could probably go to like 4 or 5. That way I can cover all the YouTubes, Twitches. I think there's also the option to stream to Twitter. I didn't know people streamed on Twitter, but hey, I'm gonna be on Twitter too next month, coming in September. So any of you like Twitter guys out there, follow me. Links down in the description. Let's switch up the gears a little bit. I've been talking about this depressing stuff into me a little. So what's been popping with everybody out there? What's on in the news? About to pull up some headlines from this weekend. Oh, anybody hear about the Fed? They just approved another rate hike. I think they're talking about what is it, like 5.5? Go ahead and pull it up for you. Bam. Dang. Fed approves hike that takes interest rates to the highest level in more than 22 years. Yeah. The Federal Reserve approved a much anticipated interest rate hike that makes benchmark borrowing costs to their highest level in more than 22 years. The quarter percentage point increase will bring the Fed funds rate to a target range of 5.25 to 5.5%. Okay, yeah. Gotta make sure when they have those little dash marks, they there might be like negative numbers used, but it's 5 is basically their target rate. Uh, Policymakers indicated at the June meeting that rate hikes are coming this year. Markets are pricing it better than ever chance that there won't be any more moves in this year. Powell said the central bank will make a driven decision with them air quote quick, data decisions on a meeting by meeting basis. So depending on how numbers are, they're going to see if they can tighten up some more of the interest rate. Well, tighten up on the interest rate more, I should say. So if they're at like 5, so if they're currently at like 5.25 to 5.5, I'd say see, I'd say look for them to adjust to like a 5.6 to a really a 5.6 to 5.75% on the Fed funds rate would probably be the maximum they could squeeze. I know once they get over like 6% and stuff like that, that's when people start to lose their mind and what is it? Whatever they call it in the news, a yield curve inversion or the Fed funds rate yield. They use all type of yields and inversions and all types of charts nowadays to tell us this stuff. It's kind of confusing, and that's coming from a guy that actually reads charts. I have a Fidelity account. I invested in Ford, Tesla, Amazon. I actually invested in Facebook before they changed their name to Meta. So yeah, I understand sometimes they, but it need. Let me rephrase that. They make this financial stuff more complicated than it needs to be because they have just so many derivative and like one-offs and offshoots all linked back to the same thing. Like what they call the consumer's price index, the volatility index, um, or index. Like they just keep coming out with more stuff, more and more and more. Let me see. Uh, uh, this video, but it's outdated info. I was about to say Nasdaq on 14 grand, but it's probably more than that now, depending on how much the markets have changed since then. This is July 26th. Okay, yes, this is like last week Wednesday. Oh, okay, yeah, they did do the rate hike on Wednesday. So yeah, this is almost about a week later to digest and settle with this info. But yeah, man, they keep raising these rates on us, and I still think they're going to do it again later this year. Talking about a data-driven approach to hiking the rates. But, if our employment numbers still come back good and production is like GDP is in the green, basically, they're going to tighten up on interest for a little bit more. A lot, but yeah, about 5.6 to 5.75. This is over there, 5.25 to 5.5. Yeah, because now that I think about it, these last two job reports we've had, it, we're crushing it. I don't know about the other countries, but as far as America goes, we're crushing it. The last two job reports, we've added more than projected. So with numbers like that, the Fed is going to think that because it's not really stopping the labor market. Speaking of the labor market, shout out to all my workers out there and all the ones that work late nights, early in betweens, afternoons. Shout out to all the workers out there. I'm not gonna like try and read all stuff to you because there's a lot of jargon and little lingo to try to splurge. The committee will continue to assess additional information and its implications for monetary policy. That right there pretty much summed up all you needed to hear what the interest rate hike was. They're going to continue to just monitor and be in the background. That one guy party that hang by the wall and see what's going on at the party. They finna hang back and see what's going on. I'm not excited about interest rates myself. Stuff. Shout out to the few people that commented and gave me a reaction. But the other day, I was literally like $2 and change away from spending 100 or more dollars, and I really try not to do that. I try to keep it for like I really try to keep it at like $80 or like dollars or less when it comes to grocery shopping. But sometimes as you go through the aisle, you get things you need, the basics, and next thing you know, you're to like 100. I was chatting with one of my coworkers. He $20,000 a month on, well, I would say grocery and house supplies too. Like, I think at some point we have to acknowledge that COVID made everything about a dollar or two more expensive. Even with blunts, I be going to the corner store to get blunt. They talking about tax. I'm like, damn, y'all still trying that? I remember back in the day, they used to, every now and then there'd be a corner store or something that would, but usually after a while they gave in and just, took a dollar for the pack. But now, shoot, it's like I think $1.35 just for a pack of Swisher Sweets. Cigarettes for 50 cents. Fresh. Yeah, these technical difficulties. It's hard out here for a pimp when he's trying to get these streams to fold like Chinese simps. All right, stop. Yeah, no, nobody needs to say anything. I'm gonna stop. I ain't. My bars are weak. Shout out Naruto. Sip my water. Trying to sit back and relax a little. Oh man. Down in the comment section, for anyone that's out there watching, comment the most. Um, yeah, comment. What do you think is the most expensive thing that you've noticed recently? Like for me, outside of like the whole like toilet paper and paper towel being like a dollar or two more, and like a blunts being 30 cents on like a dollar these days. Comment. What do you think has been like one of the most drastic price changes in something you've bought? Like was a common necessity, common household items that you buy all the time. Name one that recently just doubled in price or just became way more expensive than you expected. Actually, now that I think about it, air, yeah, for like the house when I'm changing once, I noticed just for a pack of four of them, it's $8 nowadays, especially if you want to get like the higher grade ones. I used to get I think what is it, Flanders or Flanders? The little basically it was like a baking soda mesh and all that stuff. They just completely stopped selling like the size that I get. I think I'm like a 17 and a half by 17 and a half by one. And it's yeah, getting filters for that is sometimes a little rough. Oh, shoot, I got to add. See, we got CNBC Pro. These factors will be big market drivers in the final 5 months of the year. Nah, I'm good, CNBC. Y'all ain't finna get me like that. That's another thing I've noticed too. All these big major corporations, they all got something to sell, you know. Like I remember you used to turn on the TV. It was another TV channel. They give you a bunch of ads. You don't like them, but you sit through them if you want to watch what you want to watch. Now, websites, streaming platforms, they they got their own like as you just saw with the ad, their own professional like financial application or whatever they want to call it to help you. It's a lot of stuff, man. I mean, NBC, yeah, NBC, media conglomerate. I texted that CNBC, NBC didn't care about the rate hike. You're like, we're rich. If it goes up or down. Actually, yeah, it's true. That's true. That's true right there. When you get money, no tea tonight, guys. I'm drinking some water. All right.
go change gears over for a second. While we're on the topic of these interest rates, all this shit getting too come to think about it, I went to the store the other day to get some cat food. That's one item I never realized. But my cat's food used to be $12.99 for like the little 3 pound bag. It is now 15.99. 15.99. So yeah, just to say I'm feeling the pain of interest rates, inflation, deflation. My pocket's deflating. All this stuff getting too expensive. But let's swing on over into some positives. I do like to talk shit about, interest rates and how everything's too expensive to afford. But in the meantime, we can, you know, give a few pointers and a few tips on how to make it better. Uh, I felt like I had a burp coming, but it didn't want to come out. All right, so let's start off with one of the things to help coming forward with these raising interest rates. Start tracking your spending habits. Don't feel bad to anybody. If this sounds like a repeat of my "Why Are You Broke" video, basically on Monday, damn, I said Mondays. On Mondays, I'm trying to focus more on like money related topics, finances, what's going on in the world, because I feel like it's good to get a feel for what's going on. That way, you have a more informed mind to make a decision, depending on what before you go 35,000 in debt for that new BMW 340i that you wanted. Yeah, I'm totally throwing shade on this, but I know. But yeah, with going to debt now, you wouldn't think about it with all these interest rates going up, things becoming more expensive. I don't know how the housing market is so high like it is. I thought it'd drop a little bit. I mean, it did. It went down a little couple thousand, little couple thousand. But yeah, most of the houses are still, even if you got an older one from like the 70s, will try to strong arm with a price of like 300,000, even though the roof has not been replaced yet. And there's like, I don't know about the like washer, dryer situation. I would just buy my own. But as far as like the water heater goes and the air conditioning unit and how the AC system is set up, those might be major things that need to be addressed. And if you want to like jump in 300,000 just to get it, think about how much more you got to put into it still just to fix everything. Enough for me to round it back to what I was saying. Start tracking your spending habits. Hey, don't feel bad. I spend a lot of money on video games. I still, on some days when I'm like other people, I go to Starbucks. And I don't even like Starbucks like that. I could just make it at home. And people like ask me, but if you make it at home, is it really Starbucks? Yes, it says Starbucks on the bag. It's just I make it in my own coffee, but y'all can keep going through the drive-through. It's a way to help with your wherever you want to go. Good in-store coffee brand that you go to religiously and enjoy. It's still good morning pick me up. is it damn, I forgot. I forgot. Uh, oh, coffee farms. They're I was thinking of what would it technically be called. I mean, this coffee farm, just like a like pineapple farm or mango farm. It's just some type of growing operation. But I digress. What I was basically saying is, how you how you approaching, or I was I was using farming as an analogy, and like how you budget and go at a situation. Yes, I'm going on. So, um, I didn't really this. I just felt like I needed nothing slacking between school and like work. It's taken from my stream. Yeah. The thing is, I just bought this computer last year, roughly. It was like a birthday gift to my brother. Did help me pay for it though. Shout out to my brother. See, get on a budget. Um, yeah, I definitely need to get on a budget. And I will say this though, this is probably like one of the beautiful things about the male female dynamic, because every woman I've dated has basically been that for me, my like living budget. Because I know me, I'll splurge, I'll spend the money, I'll do something stupid. Like what's the stupidest I've done with money? I don't really know. I probably have a lot. It's a lot. I don't know. But yeah, get on a budget, man. You need to get on one. I was gonna just go down and scroll, but I think I'm not gonna go do that. This screen of mine is freezing too much. I'm gonna just use the little miniature. Cancel unnecessary or use subscriptions. Yeah, I'm like the king of this. Yeah, I am the king of this. I would probably say in total expense, streaming costs. Yeah, it costs over $100 for all services, all of them. I'm I'm just being honest. If you are using Netflix, then yeah, you ain't gonna use dollars on streams. But what's the Tubi? The Tubi. I think the Freeform app or something like that, where you can watch TV shows. There's just there's just a lot of places to subscribe to, and some of them they don't even show movies, TV shows. They just focus on documentaries. And wait, do I? Well, no, I don't think I've subscribed to one. Don't vote on that in case something pops up in the mail. Or I haven't subscribed to any of those spiritual or how you how would I just another way? Because vibes and energy. We use certain words too much to describe things. What was I? Lost track of time. What was about this? Yeah, with managing necessary subscriptions, I would say is this: try to write down your top favorite shows and where do you often go to watch new shows or find new shows.
and try to just stick with those two streaming services. Me, I have about, well, I was just counting Crunchyroll. I know Tubi's free. It's still free on Tubi. I've been using it recently these few weeks to watch old sitcoms. So I'm down. It's not that bad. I'm staying away from those hood movies. How horrible they can get. Um, I'm not getting that. I'm not watching any of those. I'll stick to like Netflix and Hulu for the good gangster or black films. Or, shout out to the local bootlegger, man, or the local bootlegger that's still hanging around the city. I don't know if people still do that, but shout out to them if they do. Let me see. Reduce electricity. Yeah, I'm guilty of this. I am a power bug. Like, Malcolm, what do you mean? Like right now at my desk, I have LED lights on to like add room lighting for me, and then I have like another computer, my keyboard. I try and use the laptop for when I'm just working on my music or my beats, but sometimes eh, it ends up just sitting here with all the extra stuff, and I sometimes have to like remind myself, make sure it's not plugged in. Same thing with my cell phone. When I leave the house, I try to unplug all my cell devices that I use for charging because it still takes power. Even though it's not directly powering your phone, there's still power being drawn from the wall. Mm. So 11:04. I'm sorry, I gotta try to wrap it up, but I know I'm starting to get a little bit sleepy. Let's see. Prioritize sustainability. Uh, I don't know. Prioritize sustainability. I use I actually prefer plastic utensils because you don't have to wash dishes as much. But as a like I guess a rationale or a compromise I make with it is so instead of actually having to use just like regular based plastics, try to use the compost plastics or uh, if you go on Amazon, there's all throughout the search results, just different types of plastics, different type of recycled plastics. They're pretty good for it. So sustainability like that, that's one approach. Not having too many harmful plastics really back into the environment. Up is like be grown fruit, you know, like is that something people are like still doing nowadays? They got garden out back to make at their little or you got some fruit ones. There's things that would like when you when they're sustainability. Housing, housing, cheap boy. So, three the tile floor, the uh, higher ceilings, and the was it's where the pool is like in the middle of the house. I'm trying to think.
court. Oh, let me go ahead and since these last few ones off. Consolidate your debt and lower interest rates. Well, yeah, gotta get out of debt. That's the best thing I could ever say I did for myself in life. Manage my debt in a good way and try to keep it down as possible. Even when I do use my credit card for stuff, I hate using it and I try to pay it all off as soon as possible. I can't lie though. There have been a few, but the main thing I try to do is keep it under a tab or I keep it to a limit of 200 because I feel like the larger a number is, the harder it is to really just pay it off over time. Because I guess psychologically, the idea of a larger number to battle and defeat does become somewhat it's annoying. But if you go the other end about it and you water smoking this weed. But what was it? Oh yeah, consolidate. So if you look at it from the perspective of you got like $5,000 left, pay off and you're debt free. If you were to like actually go to a bank or some type of financial institution willing to lend you the money, then that consolidation would be a good way to take care of a large size debt. But I would still say most people should stick to the paying smaller debts first, piece by piece, and get them out the way slowly. Those larger hospital bills or larger collections just seem was more draining, really, because it's like the longer you work, you save, like, man, this can always be taken away and given as pittance to someone else for what I did. The was little furry animals or whatever it was they were, uh, whatever. Yeah, animals or whatever like pets that most celebrities try and flaunt. Some of those dogs like 10, 15,000, but their pups are also worth a lot of money too, to where they could pay off the debt. So pay your debt and pay it off. So, to you, there are multiple approaches, but I feel like that's something nowadays most guys from like 8 years old onwards to 18. Because even at 8 year olds now, I think there used to be some type of training, some better preparation for, because when some of them go out into like school, they're not really like ready for the world. They know the school world that they live in, but they're not ready for the world. So that's that. Next one, number 8, reduce your insurance premiums. Yeah, I definitely need to do this one. I think next year we might have to go ahead and swap up insurance, depending on what type of rates we get. Who knows? I know it's like recommended every 2 years or so to check in with your insurance company, see if they can give you a lower rate. Insurance. Eat at home. Yeah, I need to do that myself. Guilty. I've gone out to eat Chinese so many times. Probably a shame. It was man, what's that one insurance company? I think it was Allstate. Where you're in good hands. Now, like I think it was Allstate. They have the accident forgiveness where like they just roll it off. what you pay, you go by, accidents and stuff. Let's see. Those and others. And eating at home, I need to whip me up a carne asada one of these days with the Spanish rice, meat, myself. I want corn on the side with a little of what is it, that pico de gallo. I kind of like it, even though I'm not like salad or salsa type of person. I can do that. Let's see what number 11. Shoot, I need to do that for myself. Uh, yeah, dropped my phone. It's okay though. I got a case. This should be fine. But geez, um, I really do need to be more on point with that. I need to check to see what food programs we got going on around the city. I would rather it go to needs it, but shoot, there and I need it. I need it. I'm just tripping, y'all. Don't mind me too much, but it is nice to see that they're doing something for the homeless and getting people, food. Warms my heart. Let's see. Shop with a list. Yeah, I feel that. I've went to the store so many times and just forgot something. Check LBC program. Boom. Philip. Mm. This app. This 5 shadows coming back. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna have to shave again. It's starting to itch. That's like the only thing I'm like about shaving or trying to like be cut. When the hair grows back, it just itches. It gets annoying. Uh, yeah. Put a fees on your credit card. Yeah, I ain't gonna cap. If you know you can't stop swiping, you might as well freeze it. Freeze it, send it to freezer on Planet Namek, leave it alone. Use cash. Well, cash is king. So having cash isn't a bad idea, especially when you might not always have a card reader. Mm. Yeah, my shadow disappeared too. He was right here by my foot. Oh well. That cat is always up to something. I don't even be for right now. All right, try it. Use cash. Yeah, well, that kind of coincides with the earlier point that was made about keeping your about being smarter with your money and being more for yourself. I forgot which one it was. We'll probably just pull it up in a second. Mm, yeah, I can't pull it up. When I remember it, next video, I'll let you guys know through a special shout out. I might play the sound effect too if I can get. Well, I don't know. I might get copyright strike. Japanese don't play about that. But if I can get it, get it in a way. I'll try and add next episode so you guys can guess what monster we'll be talking about. Next episode is all about monsters basically. We're going to be covering over the different types of monsters, mythologies, and the reasoning behind them.
Thank you guys for tuning in, watching the stream. I got to take my black ass to bed. I got work in the morning, and I already know I'm behind at least 2 hours. Peace, love, unity.